Hey everybody, my name is Joe with Innovative Creative Marketing LLC, and I'm making this video today specifically for realtors and home builders who are looking for a more effective way in reaching out to potential home buyers. So if you're boosting a post, if you're just creating a post on your business page thinking that's going to spread out, I would advise for you to definitely consider a different marketing strategy, and today's video is going to help you start getting more effectiveness and just more return on your ad spend in order to get real accurate leads. Now, there are two popular methods in which you would create an ad for getting rid of your listings. That is going to be the messenger objective, which I'll create a video for that here in the future. But today I'm going to focus on lead generation. By far, it's the most effective ad campaign through Facebook advertising when you want to display your home or homes and get rid of them, within a couple of days to even a week. That's how effective this can be. So it's really up to you on just trying something that may be new to you, but it really works out. And as you get consistent with it and you're really good with your words in the advertisement, it's just going to benefit you down the road. So for those of you who are boosting a post, or those of you who are just telling yourself Facebook doesn't work, Instagram doesn't work, just stop it, because it does work. It's just something that you're doing isn't working, and today's video is going to help you acknowledge how to be able to improve with your ad campaigns moving forward. So without further ado, not to waste time, let's go ahead and get into the Ads Manager dashboard, which is what you see here, right? So let's start and click on the green Create button, okay? And you'll see the marketing funnel come up. Well, today we are talking about lead generation, so pretty simple. Click that, and we'll click on continue. Now you can pause, rewind, fast forward the video as you like in order to keep up. So at the campaign name, what you'll do is for my clients that I work with, I typically just name the campaign over the specific address. So you would do that there. Special ad category. So this must be turned on. If you are advertising a listing, you must select housing. There's no way around it, guys. Your ads will get shut off or rejected if you do not mark that. So campaign details, auction and lead generation, we'll leave that alone. We're not split testing any audience. Also, with special ads category as above, your targeting is limited, but you can still be effective. Remember, special ad category disables a lot of interest-based targeting, because you really can't go after a specific audience, but this is still really good for you. It's the best way. Campaign budget optimization, let's leave that off, okay, and click continue. And this next section right here is your ad set. You can choose to rename that. And the lead method, okay, you want to go ahead and leave this on instant forms. That's what we want people to submit. And in the page, let's just make sure we have the correct business page in there. I'm just going to select mine for this here. Dynamic creative, we don't need that. We don't need catalog, so let's skip that. But this right here is really important, the budget and schedule. So one of the most common questions that I get is, Joe, how much should I be spending on Facebook advertising? And the best response I can give is to consider how saturated your market is. I mean, we're talking about realtors, we're talking about other home builders, right? So the competitiveness within that market is really high. And for those competitors who do use Facebook advertising, whether or not they're using the right objective, it doesn't matter, but they're competing for the same people that you're looking to get your ad served to. So this is why budget is really important. I say on average, $20 to $25 a day is a really good start. If you can't do that, just given your budget, then at least consider reaching as close to that as possible. The reason I say that is because you want to allow the algorithm to be competitive for you and show you more. That means show your listings more than other competitors that are, again, trying to show your ad or trying to show their ad to the same audience here. So I usually go with a lifetime budget. And the difference between these two, I won't take too much time discussing this, but really easy to understand. If you leave it on the daily budget, it's going to spend your $20 no matter how your ad performs, right? Whereas if you choose lifetime, okay, And let's just leave this in there as an example. So whatever time frame we set this calendar to, right? So I'm just going to go with February 5th, right? 6 days. So in 6 days, this budget right here gets spread out through that time frame. So the algorithm knows how to effectively optimize your ad, thus stretching your budget as best as possible to get you the best results possible. So I recommend lifetime, but you could test out daily. It's just your preference. Remember, guys, this is a trial and error. Whatever works best, stick with it. Consistency is everything. So now the audience, okay, this is where I was talking to you about. You see how it says that it's limited, your targeting. Well, you can still be effective. So let's move to locations. And as you see, it says United States, but for this, I'm just going to put San Antonio as an example. And you can't change the age, you can't change the gender, but what you can do is use interest-based targeting. So is it fair to say that those who are looking to buy homes have somehow engaged with Zillow, right? So you can target that as an interest. Now, instead of guessing what else to put, right, the ad makes it so easy for you to go after other interest-based options. You just click on suggestions, and now you have these other key interests, Troya, homes.com, house hunting, first time buyer, right? So you can select some of these that give you the best upside. I will say, in my experience, and the success that I've had with my home builders and realtors, usually the majority of these do work. Now, what I will say is another question that comes up is how many of these should I put in? Now, you can put in as many as you want. Do I recommend that? I usually recommend starting out with about 3 to 5 because the smaller your audience, the better it is for you to understand if the audience is carrying good momentum. Because what happens is if you create an ad with such a wide group, you're going to end up asking yourself, if you don't like the results of the ad, okay, which one of these didn't work? And now you're having to pick or more or less guess which one to take out or replace. And that it's just going to be a little bit harder for you. So I would say 3 to 5 is what I would start out with, and you can run another ad using other interest-based options and see which one outperforms the other and stick with it. So that's how that works. Automatic placements, we leave it on there. The algorithm, determines how to utilize your budget across multiple ad spaces within the platform of Instagram and Facebook. So it knows where to effectively put you. Otherwise, if you're just set on just being on the news feeds, click on manual placements. I would only recommend that if you have existing ads that already show you being on the news feeds more than any other ad space. Optimization and delivery, leads, leave that there. Cost control, we don't need that. And let's click on next. And we're about 85% done. So this right here is your creative, whether you're going to use a video, a single image, or even a carousel card. I will say another common question that I get is what works better. Ultimately, I'm a video fan because the interaction, the engagement is just so fast. So video really tends to work well. And statistically, it does outperform images. But again, you can test, other alternatives, carousel card, out of those three, just whichever one works best, you can stick with it. But I would say it would make you look different if you just try different, right? I think that's the ultimate goal. The more different you are, the better it is for you to just understand how you can be consistent with just the flow of things, right? So I usually stick with video, but in this case here, just make sure your business page and also your Instagram are on there. And then you'll see down here in ad setup, you can choose whichever one, single image or video, and then a carousel card. For this one, I'll just leave it on single image. In future videos, I'm going to show you how to build a carousel card. So just follow the page, like the page. That way you can stay in tune with new updates for videos. So single image, I'm just going to dump the one that I have in here right now. And I'm just going to select just one image. And one image, single images to usually work with open houses if you just want to show the exterior and then kind of leave the curiosity factor, to have them show up to look at the rest. But like I say, you can test it with multiple pictures or video, whichever is your preference. And why are we still spinning? Sorry about this, guy. I haven't had any issues with the internet. Oh gosh, okay, let's try this again. Sorry about that. So add image. Okay, there we go. So let's just choose the exterior of a recent home. I actually got rid of this home in like 3 days. It was actually pretty cool. The client had no idea how fast Facebook can work, and it's, like I said, it's super effective. So you put in your image, and what's cool about this is you put in your body of message up top, and you'll see how it gives a preview. Okay, and you also get a headline, so you can write a pretty cool headline. Come on, there we go. Okay, so let's just go with so you see how it kind of, I'm not sure why it's not uploading this one here. It's so odd. But you'll see, just as an example, it'll update in real time as you're typing it out. And I just put test message, here only because the fact that as you load it up, everything shows above the picture in the ad. Okay, so like this, for example. So you see how the headline shows up here, and then your body of message would go up top. So in other words, you typically want to start out the primary message with like a question, quote, or a phrase, just to get that engagement, keep the eyes on your advertisement. Description, optional. Display link, again, optional. But your call to action with a lead gen, either learn more or sign up, is really good. I usually go with learn more. It's just more effective, at least in my experience. And now you can choose to create an instant form, right? So here's the real important one here. So with your instant form, you can name your form, okay? Form type, you wanted to leave it on more volume, okay? Now we click on intro. And as you can see here, the picture of the ad will show up in the background, or you can upload your own. So I'll leave that up to you. And now your headline text, right? So you can do, let's schedule a tour. Okay. And now, another cool thing that I have yet to bring up, which I'll show you now, is, check this out. So we can serve you better. We have just a few questions. Yes, so you can ask questions on a lead gen form, right? So there's that. So now you want to move to the questions, right? So for example, let's ask a question. So let's see, when are you looking to buy a home? Question mark. So now your answer can be this: 1 to 3 months, right? You can also add 4 to 6 months. And then you can also add another one, 7 or more months. Now you can customize these the way that you want, but I'm just giving you examples, right? So there's that. Now, if you wanted to add another question, as you can see, it does load up here. You could ask another question such as, are you working with another realtor at the moment? Yes or no. I guess that really helps you define whether or not how you can approach this particular lead that comes in. But when you download your lead, okay, it does come with their responses. So it's just another way for you to see the style of urgency. I mean, every lead should have a sense of urgency, right? But you're looking to move faster on those who are just looking to buy right away, right? So ultimately, it just helps serve that purpose. So now what you'll do after you add your questions is you can go into the description, right? We will contact, oh, I can't spell, you shortly. So you can ask for their email, full name, but the most important one is a number. So go to contact fields, phone number, and you can just adjust this. So now it's full name, email, and phone number. You're good to go. You will need to do a privacy policy. Now, working with most clients, they do have a website already in place, and those websites do come with a privacy policy. So for this case, I'll just use my website. .com/privacy policy, and then you can put privacy policy. There you go. We don't need a custom disclaimer, and now you can just go to completion, and it'll say thanks, you're all set once they click on the submit. And you can also give them the option to visit your website, as you can see here. So call to action website, and you can go ahead and put in your website below. And you just click on publish, and that should take care of it. And voila, there you are. So this is just an example of what you can do to create that lead generation. And now all you have to do is click on publish once you've reviewed everything and you see everything on the right hand side and you're okay with it. So this is really a awesome way for you to get engaged with your potential home buyer and just reach out to them and develop that one-on-one connection so you can get rid of your listing a whole lot faster. So I'm glad this video is going to help you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, reach out through my business page. Let me know how I can help. I'm here to really create content that can help you maximize what you can do more with Facebook advertising. So with all that being said, thank you so much for all that you have done and just sticking around with this video. To view more of my content, like I said, follow the page, and I appreciate your time today. Take care, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.